friends, welcome back to the channel. I am Cher. Today we are going to be talking all about microcurrent facial devices. What are they? What can they do for you? Are they safe? And what are some of the results of using them? I had a request for this video, especially since I cover a lot of beauty boxes on my channel. And for January 2024, the Ipsy Beauty Boost product is a microcurrent device. And so I think there are a few questions on it. Some people that have not used one before and would love to see a little more info on it before getting it or before using it. So I'm bringing this video to you guys. So if that interests you and you want to learn a little more about microcurrent devices, then stick around and we will hop right into it. Okay, guys, so this is not the Dermalect microcurrent device that you might be seeing in Beauty Boost if you're an Ipsy person. So probably the most popular microcurrent device out there that a lot of people have heard of is the NuFace one. But there's several different types of microcurrent devices or other ones that are similar to the NuFace that are at-home devices. Now, the at-home ones are not quite as potent and as effective as going into like a spa, getting it done somewhere professionally, but they still can give you a lot of benefits. And I have this one and I do use it and I do see major results from using it. So I'll demonstrate that to you and we'll talk about it. This one in particular, I got actually a couple years ago, I think, and it was part of a paid partnership. So I'm going to try to put the info down below. And it's crazy because they don't even say on the box their name. I can't remember their name. It was from a shop. So I will try to, if I can remember and recall all the info from it, I will put all the info for this particular one down in the caption once I can dig up the links from before when I did the partnership. But I wanted to kind of talk generally about it. So what is a microcurrent device? A facial toning device has a couple different names and people refer to it differently. So it sounds scary, but what it's doing is it's kind of giving your face almost like an electric shock, but it's a very low grade, like very safe shock. You're not truly getting like shocked. The only people that might not want to use it is if you have like a pacemaker, heart conditions, because it can cause the blood to flow more, so it might affect that kind of thing. So you might want to avoid it in those cases. Also, people who have done like Botox or filler, you may not want to do it the same time frame. Like you probably don't want to do it within a few weeks, that kind of thing, just because it's what it's targeting is muscles. And so, and like Botox and those kind of things are targeting muscles too. So, they can kind of interfere with each other. And then also if you have a good bit of acne, like especially active acne, it can kind of cause some inflammation. So it might irritate it. So you might want to avoid it if you have a lot of problems with active acne. So those are the people who might not be a candidate for using it, but otherwise it is completely safe. I've used it many times. I have not like electrocuted myself. Don't worry. So this is something you can use at home. So the idea behind it is it's shooting little shocks into the skin to almost like re-stimulate. It's almost like I don't want to say a muscle relaxant, but it's targeting muscles. So if you notice over time, our muscles start getting droopier, everything's just droopier, right? And so it kind of like recharges those muscles and starts sculpting them and telling them where to go and that they need to go back into place. That's the best way I know how to describe it in like layman's terms. It's actually been used in the beginning for people with like Bell's palsy, folks who have, muscles that are kind of frozen, and it kind of helped like reset them. And so I believe it was like in the 80s or whatever, and it is approved by the FDA and everything. So very safe. But as they started seeing this being so successful for those type of patients, then it started to become, there was an awareness of all the beauty benefits of it and more for anti-aging, kind of doing the same idea for those of us with saggy, drooping muscles and skin. So, and as you know, as we age, we lose our collagen and, the elasticity and all of that in our face. And so, one of the proteins responsible for stimulating our collagen and, elastin and all is what's called ATP, which is an acronym that stands for, I'm not going to be able to pronounce this right. I'm going to put it on the screen is what I'm going to do because I know I will butcher it, but ATP. So when you apply this, it actually encourages the ATP, which can actually stimulate that collagen again. And so a couple of the things that it is doing there, that's kind of the science and the chemistry words behind this little device. But yeah, so you need to kind of go back over the same spots over and over because that's going to kind of help train it and shape what you're wanting to do with your face, and kind of restructure it again. And so the results that I've had after I use it, I see an immediate result. I've taken pictures. So I'll try to do that again and take like before and after pictures to see if you can really see it in the pictures too. But it really, afterwards, like I could almost see like my face was just more lifted. So more plump, all of that. And so definitely a great one for sculpting. I feel like it really helped with like the face swelling too. Just overall, you're more sculpted and lifted. So definitely an anti-aging kind of thing. If you got the young, youthful skin right now, it's probably not a necessary device for you, but this is something as you're older. Now, I have noticed for me, I feel like it's had more of like instant results. So if I have an event or want to go somewhere is when I use this a little bit beforehand to start training the face. It's not something I have seen long-term results from personally, but that's just been my personal experience. It's kind of more of like I notice a difference when I'm actually actively using it, but I don't do it and then it's a fix that's just transformed my face forever. It's kind of one of those things where I feel like I have to kind of go back to it a few times. So I don't always consistently use it, but when I think about it, I do, if that makes sense. So anyway, I'm going to kind of show you how to use it and demonstrate it. We're going to do a little before and after and see what you think about this one. Okay, so the first step is you need to apply like a facial gel. Usually they come with a gel or the place you're getting it from kind of recommends what gel to use with it and usually use one to go with it. But these are fairly standard gels that go with certain machines. I've used these also on my little ultrasound machine for sculpting the body too. It's called Royal Facial Gel, and there's a couple different places you can get this one from. I'll try to put any of the info and places to find things in my caption below. And there's also other microcurrent devices too. Like I said, there's a few different kinds out there and a few different brands. So maybe just like a few ideas of places to look at. I think the NuFace, like I said, is the most popular. I just don't have that one personally because I've already got my own. I didn't need another one, I felt like. So anyway, you're going to go ahead and apply this. Let me take my rings off. We're going to put this on the face first. And you always want to kind of keep the gel going and hydrating your face with it. You don't do this on a dry face. So when it starts to dry up, reapply it again before running the device on it again. Now, I have seen reviews in the past on microcurrent devices where people were like skeptical about it. They felt like maybe the results that they were really seeing was just this stuff, that it's the skincare itself, and that you're just really massaging it deep into your skin. And I will say that on the box here, they have a little discussion about it where they said, as we age, our body's natural current begins to slow down, like our metabolism, leading to sagging skin, loss of contour, and wrinkles. Microcurrent mimics this natural current and goes beyond skin deep to tone facial muscles while improving contour, skin tone, and reduction of fine lines and wrinkles. And you have a little diagram here of how it's penetrating deep into the skin. And I've gone over this before in a couple of the other devices I've used, like this fella here, the Reduit Boost. This one is something you apply with your skincare, and it helps get that skincare deeper into the skin based on what kind of massage or current or red light therapy or something like that it's doing. So I think there is some of that too. It's a similar idea that it's penetrating deeper into your skin, allowing skincare to really absorb in there more. This device, by the way, does several different things, but it does include microcurrent technology also. And there's also the Solawave that I've linked here before too. It also does several different things, but it includes microcurrent in it as well, but it has other therapy in it too. So you may even want to consider a device that does more of everything. You know, it includes a lot of different things like red light therapy, warmth therapy, the vibrating massage, and the microcurrent. This one, though, does just the microcurrent, okay? All right, anyway, so there was a little discussion about that. I wanted to just mention it. So we're going to turn it on. Mine is getting old. It's actually starting to rust a little bit. But I'm going to just kind of turn it all the way up. I think this is just your intensity. So if you want to start off lighter, you know, just keep pressing for how intense you want it. But if you want to start off, just start with like the bottom in the beginning, I guess, if you're scared. It is going to give you a funny feeling, like you are going to feel a little bit of shocks. So it can be shocking at first, but you get used to it. So I have mine turned up to like the 4th one since it's been a little while since I've done it. I don't want to shock myself too much. So I want to first of all tell you, do not do it around the eye area, and don't do it on your lips either. Like avoid, you know, openings basically, but especially like your eyes, don't do it around your eyes. Like that's the main thing I can say is just don't do the eye area. So we're going to come along. I'll start here. We like to move up, and I feel it shocking me. Okay. I'm going to go very slowly. And I don't know if you guys can hear it. It's making like a bump, 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 bump. So each vibration's making a little noise as it's going. When it gets to that ending where you hear the bump, kind of a constant, that's when you stop. So you just slowly lift though. You want to go in a lifting motion. And I go back over the same spot at least 3 times because I'm training my muscles that, hey, this is what I want you to do. I want you to be lifted and sculpted. So you guys know that I always have this little extra square piece on me. So I'm going to come over here too and work on sculpting and contouring. If you saw my contouring video, you'll understand what I'm saying. These pieces that I just want to contour and like kind of sculpt up, I'm going to focus on those. And I have very saggy, like some wrinkles in here. Okay, so because I can feel it shocking a little bit. I don't want to get too close to the eyes. So I try to be very careful, go more outwards around your eyes. Okay, my forehead is definitely where I got wrinkles. So I spend a little time here. And you could even, at this point, you could turn it upside down. Because I don't have as much solid space, I don't feel it as much, but I can feel it a little bit. Okay, so you just see how like real slowly I'm going. It just needs to tell the skin like, hey, this is what we're doing. Okay, can you see my skin kind of like popping? Can you see it from the shocks? Yeah. Did you see it right there? It definitely is feeling a shock in there, but it doesn't hurt. It's more like a tickle. It's like a tickle going over you. So it's really not bad. I'm gonna go to the chin. So I have one round done here. I am going to, probably most of my gel is almost gone for the most part. If I want to continue doing more, I'm going to have to apply more gel because you don't want to go over this with the dry face. But in the meantime, here is how the face is looking right now. Can you see a difference? I don't know. I think I'm going to take some pictures real quick and see if I notice a difference side by side. If I think it's enough of a difference, we'll stop here. So I'll be right back. Okay, so when I looked at the pictures side by side, I could definitely see a difference. I'm seeing it a little more sculpted along in here, and of course that's where I spent a lot of time. So, and I could see just this area it almost looks skinnier, sculpted, more contoured for sure. It looks a little bit plumper and more just luscious overall. Of course, I think part of it is, I'm hydrating. I'm hydrated, whereas before I was not hydrated. But just from one use to see that kind of difference, like it just makes you look like you're already like sculpted up a little bit more, right? So such a difference. I can't really see it and tell from just looking at myself on the video. So I needed to really look and compare the two in a picture. And so I will put that in here for you. You can check out on the left was the before, and on the right was the after. What do you guys think? Can you see the difference? It's very subtle, I know, but that was just from one use. I could definitely see it skinnied up. So if you looked right in this area. So that's really everything. So I just wanted to demonstrate it for you, show you it is not scary. The biggest thing is you're going to feel a little shock. It really does tickle. But think of it like, I don't know, when you go for a pedicure and they're running bubbles over your feet, or like, they're starting to run the little like drill or something. And I don't know, what's the best way to describe it? It's like a vibration on the face. And so, yeah, it does give little shocks, but they kind of tickle a little bit. So it might be surprising at first, just having never tried it before, but you really do get used to it. And I have never had any adverse effects from it. I noticed that my results after one use will last me for like a couple days. But like I said, this is more of a temporary results kind of thing that I tend to see personally for me. Not something that you just do one and done and wow, your whole face is transformed for life. Like I think it's something you got to kind of keep doing to see the results in it. So, but that's been my personal experience with it. But anyway, I hope that was helpful for you guys. Let me know if you have one, or if you've got one in your Beauty Boost, or if you're thinking about getting one. Let me know any other questions that you have about it. And make sure that you stay tuned here. Pop the subscribe, because I love to do lots of informational videos like this, product reviews, big beauty box channel here. So you'll see a lot of beauty boxes, try-ons, spoilers, and unboxings. And yeah, that takes care of it. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.